Guys, welcome to What's Barking Local. Jerry Miller, it's a pleasure to be with you. What's Barking Local, powered by Animal Connection. This your epicenter of everything positive in our animal community across Charlottesville, Albemarle County, Central Virginia, and the Commonwealth. Of course, powered by a store that's about to celebrate its 18-year anniversary. I mean, I love entrepreneurial journeys like this. Let's welcome the businesswoman behind the business to the show.
Ta-da!
Hello, Patty.
Hey, how are you?
Congratulations on a soon-to-be 18th birthday.
It is coming up.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And you just finished Dog Fest.
I know. Yeah.
Did you take a break?
2
days?
Not much. Yeah, like a half of a day. So, rust never sleeps, right?
You make your passion your profession. You never work a day in your life.
That's right. Exactly.
Talk to us of what's in store for 18 years at Animal Connection.
Oh, my gosh. Well, if you thought Dog Fest was the biggest party for dogs in Charlottesville, you've seen nothing yet. Our anniversary is going to be the biggest party in the store that we have ever had. And let me just give you a rundown what's going to happen. So there's going to be so much stuff that you're going to want to buy and even pre-buy. We're going to have 18% off a lot of foods, treats, accessories, things all over the store. And if you're a regular dog food buyer, this is going to be very interesting. We're going to offer the opportunity to pre-buy at this 18% off 30-pound bags of food, cases of canned food. I mean, if you're a big buyer of things like this during the year, you can pre-buy it. We'll have information about that up on our Facebook page this week. We're going to send it out in our email newsletter, but you can pre-buy it and enjoy that savings. And this never really happens. I mean, to get that deep of a discount on foods. So that's coming up, the big sale. We have tons of raffle prizes, everything from yet another $500 gift certificate to concert tickets at the Jefferson to gift baskets by our suppliers.
That's amazing.
I mean, the list is huge. There are about 25 good tickets. Happy photo mini sessions with our friends Miette and Jen at Pedography.
Yes.
That's happening. We are going to have in-store photos that day. We have a deal going on where if you buy $75 worth of product that day, you can spin the prize wheel and get even more fun things.
Love that idea.
Yeah. We will have another gift for if you buy $125 or more, the Extreme Wag Bag. That's filled with lots of great stuff that, we held some things back from Dog Fest, that is pretty special stuff. So you're going to want to come see what those things are. Let's see, there'll be gift certificates for self-serve dog washes and nail trims and photos and just so much more. Refreshments, of course, with a fall theme. And it's just going to be a big 2-day. It's so big, we needed 2 days to do it. We might even take Sunday afternoon as well. It's that big.
As it should be, 18 years in business.
Celebrate.
I'm so proud and impressed and amazed. 2 days of celebration. Mm-hmm. We're going to see this far and wide across Charlottesville and Central Virginia and Albemarle County.
Right.
Reflect on 18 years, Patty.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, how can I in 1 hour? I mean, I've seen it grow from 1,500 square feet to 3,600 square feet. And to go from, we had a groomer that was working out of a sink in the bathroom to a self-serve dog wash and 2 full groomers and, so many different good lines of food. And we've seen so many animals just become healthier in our time. And, the case studies and the stories that we have of animals that have experienced a difference with what we've had to do. It's just, I hate this word, but I'm going to use the word phenomenal. It really is.
Why do you hate phenomenal?
Oh, it's just so trite.
Yeah, you think it's overplayed?
It is definitely overplayed, but this is truly, it truly is. I mean, there's not enough words in me to say the many friends and that we've made through the business and the fun we've had and the animals we've helped, and it's just been a hell of a ride.
You're getting some love right now from Patty Riley.
Yay, Patty Riley.
Patty Riley is watching in Connecticut. You're getting some love right now from, is it Mike McLaughlin?
McGlowan. He's my old friend from band camp.
He's watching right now.
Band camp back in high school.
I love it.
How about that?
Give it a like and a share on any of the streams that you're watching. Animal Connection, it's 18-year anniversary in October.
Who knew? Yep. Actually, it's October, the week of October 18th. You know, there was just so much we wanted to do, we pushed it back a week.
I love it. I love it. Muzzle Snarfles is
Yep.
watching the show right now.
Hello.
Give it a like, give it a share, guys. Crozet's watching Richmond, Virginia. Lauren Elaine Thompson, Beth Humphrey, Roger Voyense, Jerry Baber. Roger
Nice.
Voyense, your neighbor in Woolen Mills.
All
Terry
right.
Cadell watching the show right now. Any other items in the notebook?
Well, that's a lot.
That is.
You know, we are having a holiday open house. That'll be Thanksgiving time, and we're doing it the week before Thanksgiving with a very VIP preview of all our Christmas goodies. You would not believe the boxes of Christmas stuff in our store this week. I mean, you can't even walk into the back rooms. I mean, it's huge. So there's great things that we've been collecting since March. At the shows, and Miette will be there doing mini sessions. So the reason we're doing it the week before Thanksgiving is so you will have time for your good pictures to be on your Christmas cards and all your gifts. You can put your pictures on coffee mugs and anything you want this year.
I love it.
In time for Christmas.
And you have welcomed Ron Gantz. Welcome to the show. A lot of folks watching.
Yeah.
You have welcomed a rock star
That's
to What's
right.
Barking Local.
That's right. We've been waiting for weeks to have Jackie Meyers on this show, and she's amazing. She owns Peaceful Passings, Pet Sanctuary, and she has got a brand new section of Peaceful. Yeah, and there
Look
we
at
go.
this. The Shelf of Fame.
And the book.
Loving
Here she
an
is,
older
live and in
dog.
person. Yep.
Jackie Myers, welcome to the
Yeah.
program.
Thank
Hello.
you, thank
Right.
you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just back from a 5-day vacation, so I'm a little
Yeah.
spacey. I'm still trying to get my feet on the ground. And
You had a heck of a time.
Oh, I had a great time. Washington, Philadelphia, Atlantic City. Couldn't say more great things. Went with
Uh-oh,
a friend.
Atlantic
had a
City.
great time. Ate a 2-pound lobster. It was,
Oh,
and
my
then this
gosh.
big chilled seafood tree thing. I don't know. But probably gained 15 pounds. But anyway, had a great time. Glad to be here. Glad to be back. You know.
Hey.
Talk to us about Peaceful Passing. Some new developments happening.
That's right.
Yes, there are some new
and we
things.
have pictures, I think, that are going to show what's going on here.
The main thing that's going on is, of course, our cat building, which we call Kay's Place because of in honor of the woman who donated the money for us to do this project.
And Kay's last name was, can we say?
Kay Gonzalez.
Okay.
And she was a wonderful person. I mean, she was like a second mother to me. And I know her daughter. And I wrote to her daughter and told her how we spent the money from the estate, you know, that we got, and she's all excited. Probably less so than the lady
Nice.
that lives down the street from her, which is a big cat lady. Talk crazy cat lady.
Oh.
Lives down the street and is like, oh, I think it's wonderful. We all think it's wonderful. So we get this building, you know, finally I find this building, get it brought to the property, get the water, the sewage, the electric all set up. It's a whole project. And we had to do some renovations in the building because we wanted to get the rubberized molding and fiberglass reinforced paneling at least halfway up the walls, making it easier to clean, disinfect.
Right,
You know,
there's a
that
lot
kind
of work
thing.
in that.
Oh, it was incredible. And bring everything in and do all the work. But anyway, we've got it down. We got it set up. We have cat towers and little walkways for the cats. We're thinking of doing some ledges, putting a couple shelves in so we have some ledges for them too. And we have this cat wheel. And we're still a little bit iffy on the cat wheel to know if the cat wheel is going to really be a big sell with the senior cats. But there's directions as to how you teach cats to use these wheels. And the first cat we got in, Sparkles, she's just a little itty-bitty thing. So she sits on the wheel instead of making the wheel go, which is kind of like you think of a hamster wheel. So then when the second cat we got is Calvin. Calvin's sort of the size of a tiger, lion, along that line. Maine Coon cat, huge cat, not fat, hair, lots
They're
of
big
hair.
guys.
They're big guys. I think it's going to be a big hit with Calvin. So we've got 2 more cats coming in beginning of November. And Pepper and Sergeant Pepper. Yeah, we'll go with it. Nice cats. And so then, you know, little by little. And the reason we're doing it slow, because we're getting a lot of people calling in saying, you know, I'd like can you help me with my cat?
Let's be clear. The kinds of cats that you take in, they have medical issues, or is it hospice, or
They're
describe
seniors.
It.
They're
seniors,
seniors.
right.
The two that we
They
have
need extra
now
care.
are 11, and the two we're taking in are like 15 and 21. So not necessarily hospice, though they might be hospice, or a hospice at some point, and not necessarily with medical issues, though they may develop them over time. But the ones we're taking right now are, fortunately pretty healthy.
21 years old. That's really old for a
It's
cat.
really old, but cat's in great shape.
Can I tell a little story
Please.
about an old cat? So, do you remember my very first groomer, Alan Bauer? Do you remember Alan?
I do not.
Oh my gosh! Well, this is back like in my second year's in business, and he was so funny and had this windswept hair, very theatrical, but he could groom cats like crazy. I mean, he used to work for a cattery, and he now does grooming for an AKC show handler as well. But he would come in, and he was the kind of person that never needed coffee, but he would have like 6 espressos in the morning and walk in the door going, oh, I need coffee. He was very theatrical. But we had this cat that he groomed, and it was 18 years old, and it got loose back in the grooming department. And I hear this voice going, Patty, I really need help. This cat was attacking him. I mean, it was coming out, literally chasing him and attacking him. It took us 2 hours to catch this cat. So we haven't groomed cats in a while. So that's my old cat story.
I love it.
done.
Yeah, I do too. So, what we're finding with the cats is that, and why we're taking it very slowly, is that cats really need, first we have to separate them because everybody's got to be vetted before they're introduced to anybody else. Then it takes a while to introduce cats. If a cat gets stressed, and they get stressed very easily, it can be really bad. So we get this cat, Calvin, in. Now, Calvin is not fat, but he's not a lightweight either. I'll just say that. We'll leave it at that. So Calvin doesn't eat, doesn't drink, doesn't do any elimination of anything. So we take him to the vet. You got to rush him into the vet because cats have a very small window when they can go down. You don't have a lot of as much time like with a dog. So Calvin's stressed. We get him into the vet. It's just stress, and so we take care of that. We work with him a little bit. In 2 days, he's fine. He's like with the groove again. Okay, so he's eating, drinking, doing everything he's supposed to. And also, when you introduce cats, for them, it's stressful. It's like I've had dogs. I have one dog on a leash, the other dog on a leash. We kind of see how they do with each other, and you can tell in 5 seconds this is going to work. They're fine. Take them off the leash, they play. Cats are not like this. Cats, you really have to be careful because they have these boundary things. Now we got this Sparkles. She's a little tiny thing. You got Calvin. He's like a monster. So Sparkles is going, whoa, So you have to kind of be there to really monitor this, and socialize them slowly in short periods of time, increasing it gradually until you would just put these two cats together. So we want to get everybody getting along together before we introduce somebody else.
That makes sense.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be total mayhem. Now, sometimes it's mayhem at our house anyway, but we do what we can to reduce it, reduce the stress. So the good thing is that we've got a lot of friends in rescue that work with cats, very cat knowledgeable people, all on call, should I have any problems. Had some people come over ready. They've made lists of things we could do, to improve the cat room or even night lights, for the evenings because the cats like to be able to see a little bit. I mean, things like that. They're, not big things, but small things I think we're going to make a huge impact. I have a friend that referred this book to me, and I just brought it with me today. It's called Cat vs. Cat by Pam Johnson Bennett.
Okay.
I haven't read the whole thing yet, though. Started on vacation, and it's just fabulous. And it's all about these multi-cat situations. A lot of information on Best Friends, website. Jackson Galaxy has a lot of information, so places you can go. Should you get stuck at any point, or should I get stuck at any point?
Have you ever talked to that cat guru that's in Charlottesville? What's that lady's name? That's like the cat She's the cat whisperer or something like this.
Is it? It's Betsy Ballinger
No,
from?
no. It's gosh, I can't remember this
I know who you're
lady's
talking
name,
about.
but
Yeah.
I see her advertised every once in a while, and she might even be in Best of CVille. But she's a cat behaviorist and a cat guru, and oh wow, I can't put my name on the finger, but she comes to the store every once in a while. I have to see if I can remember her name. She's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Get her. Give me her information
Yeah.
so we can hook up. And also, they think that this has been like a dream of mine because
Yeah.
we've done the senior dogs. I wanted to do the senior cats, and there's people doing stuff for cats more and more, and I'm so happy to see it because sometimes they're a little bit neglected as compared to the dogs.
Right.
So you got Paws for Seniors doing senior cats, senior dogs. And you've got like Mary Burkholtz at Caring for Creatures has a senior cat room. So there's people doing stuff, but you never have enough.
There's never enough of anything for
Yeah.
pets right now. There really isn't.
It's absolutely
Right.
true. And Green Dogs Unleashed does the kittens and the adult cats, but really those seniors, and I was really, when I thought of this project and wanted to pursue it, was thinking really senior cats. But we're getting cats in 11 and older, which is fine, because I'm thinking the 11-year-olds, cats can
Well, my
live.
cats have always been 18, 19
Right.
years old. I don't consider 10 years old a
I know
senior
cats that are
at
going
all.
20.
Yeah. I don't consider 10 a senior.
No.
Yeah,
at all.
so what I'm thinking is that we'll have cats will get adopted, and then we can bring in other cats. So,
Right.
the idea, I mean, I did that with the seniors. At one point with senior dogs, someone said, well, who in the world's going to adopt a senior dog? Well, somebody's going to, okay? I'm going to
are
make
these
it
cats
happen.
going to be available should someone want to adopt them?
Yes.
Once you have? Okay.
Yes. So what we're going to do, we're in the process of getting everybody vetted, and once they're vetted, then we will get the publicity going for them and feature them on our Facebook pages and stuff like that. And so, they'll get adopted, and then we'll bring others in. And that's what we do with senior dogs. We have some dogs that won't get adopted. They are hospice, so they are special needs and would have to go into a special situation. But most of them, at least half or over half get adopted, and then we can, make a space for somebody else. So that's what I'm hoping happens.
I love it, Jackie. Jump in here, Patty.
Yeah, well, that's a great thing about, we have a new section at Animal Connection where we have a big screen, and and you'll be able to take pictures and send them to us. So we're going to have rotating screens of rescue pets and things. Right, so people can see what's out there. You just might attract just the right person.
I love
just
it.
by seeing pictures in our store.
Extra exposure at
Right.
Animal Connection in McIntyre Plaza
Exactly.
for the rescues across Central Virginia.
Right.
It's got to feel good.
It
So much
feels-
sweat equity into this.
I know. It's been a wild 6 or 7 months.
Right.
I mean, it's been stressful, unbelievable. And all the stuff you have when you're working with contractors and problems that come up in the
Ongoing.
process of
You were
ongoing.
here February and March launching this.
Yes.
That's
And
right.
it's done.
Yes, it's done.
That's a really short time when you think about it. From February to now, it's October and it's ready to go.
And is
It's
that
a very
a
short
testament
time.
to, is it in Fluvanna?
Yes.
That's a testament to Fluvanna, right? I don't think
It
that
is.
would have happened in the city of Charlottesville that quickly. Just to
Probably
be
not.
honest.
You had a really good builder.
Right? Don't
Yep.
you think with everything
I think
that's going
so.
through?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so impressed. I mean, you and your husband and the team, I mean, the sense of accomplishment, put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's a huge accomplishment. Now, keeping in mind that we're still working on the foundation around the base of the building, so the pipes don't freeze in the winter.
Right.
And then we've got the gutters to put on. So there's those little things like that. I want to get a cute little table and 2 chairs for the deck. We wanted the catio. We've got everything for the catio except that we're running out of time here with the weather and the seasons and
Right.
stuff. So I think the catio and the deck and the catio will not be put on until next spring.
Well, so if people want to make donations now to help you out, what are the kind of things that you're looking for that you could really use?
Good question.
Yeah, dry cat food, canned cat food is huge. Kitty litter, all the stuff you would normally think of that you need for a cat. We've got bedding and things like that, and the cat towers and toys. But donations are helpful because
Right.
every time you do something and you have the best budget that you've researched and put together, there's always some extra thing, and I'm sure
Right.
that that's going to happen with the catio. It's going to happen with the building. And, we started with the one room in this building. We want to, next summer, do the second room so we can take in more cats. That means we have to do the fiberglass reinforced paneling again. We have to do the rubberized molding again to get that really cat-friendly, so that is easy to clean and maintain. So that's all donations. I mean, it's everybody's begging for donations all the time. I get it, but that's how stuff happens.
Well, here's a thought for viewers. So senior cats are really going to need food that builds their immune system, keeps them strong. Like canned food versus maybe more canned food or gently cooked food more so than some of the dry foods that are out there. I mean, the senior cats especially, need a lot of this moisture. Remember that 18% I talked about? You guys want to make some donations, you can take advantage of this and pre-buy some cases of canned food for Peaceful Passings. This would be a great opportunity for you to do it ahead of our anniversary sale.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Great idea.
You
Thank
guys
you so much.
recently did something like this. With
We
the
We
Animal
did
Connection.
for the dogs, right.
Talk to us about that.
Well, we basically what happened is I put all my eggs in one basket looking for these donations that were coming in, and that kind of like not dried up but went away a lot. And I
especially
couldn't,
with the new tax laws.
Yeah,
Right?
and
Because the donations aren't prioritized as much as they used to be.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, and I would have had this thought out a little better, except I was working on the cat building and the book.
Right.
And so
There's
it
so much
kind
to
of
think about.
it kind of got by me, and then it hit me when this all happened, and so. So we were very, very low on food. I mean, we had like 2 weeks left of food. And you have to realize we go through like 10, 12 cans of dog food a day, and God knows how
Right,
much.
that's 12. There's 12 cans in most cases, right?
Yeah, and so
that's a lot.
Yeah, and so you go through a lot of food, and so I said I got to do something today. I mean, today. So I got in contact with Patty, and I said, is there anything that we could work on? Can you help us out? Patty, of course, being Patty, jumped in immediately and said, "We'll come up with something. Yes, we'll do a drive for canned dog food. I'll contact some distributors. We've got some wholesale price. We can get below wholesale. I'll talk them into it. It'll be great. So, 20% below wholesale. We'll get it going." And so, worked a magic. And we got dog food donated and a great deal on some extra dog food, and just got ahead. And that bought me time to kind of think about a couple other fundraisers and where we can be doing this and that kind of thing. But it was just a bolt of lightning from the skies
Right
at the
place, right
best
time.
time.
That's what Animal Connection's all about.
Well, I mean, we do have really great relationships with our distributors. I mean, I will say that, not only, are they coming to give us samples and give us specials, but we give back to them too. You would be amazed at the pet stores that take, and never give back to these guys. They don't even say thank you. I mean, so we make sure that we go to all the big trade shows and go to the buying shows. And we may not be buying anything at that moment in time, but we just go and honor them and say, hey, thank you for everything you guys do for us. And you have to do that in any kind of business.
Of course.
People are donating you've got to give back. And you have to say thank you. People remember thank you more than they remember, I don't know, anything else they could give you. Those two little words mean a whole lot.
Well said. Aaron King, welcome to the show. Cameron Wells Marsh, Dusty Lee Haney, Ray Cadell watching the show right now. How does it make you feel doing these donations?
Well, it makes me feel great to help the animals, but it also makes me great that I have such a network of people that are very, very generous and willing to help. And they know I'm not going to cry wolf and just say, hey, I need bubble gum this week. If I need something, they will move heaven and earth to help me find it. And that comes from 18 years of
being in the game.
Of friendships.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, guys, Animal Connection, the McIntyre Plaza, it's 18-year birthday celebration in October. More details to come here on the program. I have to ask you, Jacqueline Meyers, about, and if you can go to the one shot, Judah, so I can get a photo of her book.
That's
on
such a
screen right
nice
now.
book, by the way. If you haven't read that, you should get a copy right away. It'll really hit your soul.
Loving an older dog.
Yep.
How is the book going?
Well, Amazon, now I haven't had time. I've been on vacation for 5 days. I haven't had time to actually contact Mascot Books to find out how many books each of the larger companies has been buying. But I do know that Amazon has sold out twice and is now ordering for the third time. Books A Million.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Books A Million. I haven't checked them. Barnes and Noble. I haven't had time to check them. But as I said, I haven't gotten back to Mascot yet because they have all the numbers and all of this kind of stuff. But I'm really happy. I've got 2 really good reviews of the book that people have put up, and they're very positive, and I think people are appreciating it. I'm getting a lot of comments like, written from the heart, and this kind of thing. I think there's not a dry eye in the house, but which really wasn't my intention to write the book.
But you're writing from the heart.
To make it sad,
That's right.
except that, it's a theme and everything. But I hope it gives people a different way of looking at maybe, senior dogs, senior animals, humans that are seniors. It's this whole aging thing that I think we really need to take on, and look at, since we're all going to be victim of it. No one knows it better than I, that we're all going to age, and this is, part of life, and supposed to happen, and a very natural thing, so yeah.
Well, I'll just make a comment about that. I mean, I had a family member that complained that my dog was senior, 18 and a half, when I was incontinent, making a little bit of mess of the house, that sort of thing. And he's like, why are you spending time on this old dog? Why don't you just do something about it? And I had to look at them quite frankly and say, you know what? You better watch this. You better watch how I'm taking care of this old dog, because one day you are going to be an old person and you are going to want someone that will take care of you as well as I took care of this dog.
And what's the old saying? It's
Right.
Once
Right.
once a man, twice a child.
Right. So, I mean, these senior dogs matter. The senior cats matter. I mean, senior people, all seniors matter, but you have to be mindful of this age deal. I mean, don't forget the older people and animals in your life.
Well said. Well said. 33 minutes in, you've killed it. I want to throw one more question to you.
Okay, go ahead.
2019 has been the year of Jackie Meyers.
That's right.
I mean, a cat building, a book, your rescue doing better than ever.
Yeah, we just took in 4 dogs right before vacation.
You're living the dream right now.
It's crazy. And so we've got these 4 dogs, and it just worked out time-wise. They had to move. They had to get out of their situation. So we took them in, worked out fine. We're working with them. So, the dog thing continues. The cat thing continues. We also, I will mention this, that we have a tiny chapel now.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, we have a dog walk on our property, a long dog walk that we call the Spirit Walk, along which are buried the animals that have passed from our rescue, and some friends who lived in apartments and didn't have a place to bury their dog or cat, and so they asked if they could have them buried there, and we said yes. So as you walk along, you will come to a space which will be our family grave plot. And then next to it is a building that I've just purchased and is now in place. That's our tiny chapel.
That's really
And
nice.
the idea is, and now this is an 8 by 10 building. It is a tiny chapel. But the idea is that we're keeping it open during the day, and when people walk the dogs, they can stop in with the dog, say a prayer for themselves, a family member, the dog they're with, dogs that have passed, any other kind of animal or human, and have a moment of peace. We've got chairs, we've got a little prayer railing, kneeling cushions, and then a table, a communion table, and a side table, and a lectern.
Wow.
And on the communion table, there's a bowl that they call, you may have seen these ads for these things, they're called prayer bowls. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then there's little prayer notes that you write something on it and put it in the prayer bowl as you say a prayer. So I'm hoping that it will give people some sense of peace, another source of peace when they come to the rescue. I think that We might be doing blessing of the animals. I've talked to some ministers about doing that at the rescue, and you know, I don't know where that goes. Except it felt like the right thing to do, and I think that, you know, it's a moment of calm in a chaotic world.
That's well said.
Yeah.
You know, it was St.
Nice.
Francis Day on October the 4th, and I think we've got just the right person for the show this week.
Nicely
You know?
said.
Yep.
So that's a project too, because of course the inside needs renovation
Sure.
and all that. But we have
But you thrive in those situations.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be doing some wood cutting, some painting, some nailing, some putting a floor in and everything. So, yeah, a couple of extra skills in life always are helpful.
Nice.
Jacqueline Meyers.
That's
from
great.
Peaceful Passing Senior Animal Rescue. Look them up online, Patty
That's
Boden.
right.
Dot the I's and cross the T's.
Oh, man. Well, that's so great to know about what's going on and your dedication to the senior animals. And gosh, you know, just get out there and make a difference. If you can't make a difference with a pet, go out and make a difference somewhere. You know, be positive, do something nice for somebody today.
How about a little teaser again for the 18-year anniversary?
Well, yeah, watch our Facebook page and check in with the store. It's going to be October 25th and 26th.
Amazing.
And, you know, if you're, like I said, if you're interested in pre-ordering things in quantities that you normally use or things you want to try or things to help any of the rescues here, if you want to make a donation, this is a great time to do this. We're going to have great prizes that you're going to want to take home. And, you know, this is not your average birthday party. This is an Animal Connection birthday party. So how's that?
Well said. Well said. Animal Connection at McIntyre Plaza, guys. 18 years in October. Your market leader.
That's right.
You're a leader in Charlottesville and Central Virginia for anything animal related. 18 years in business. Local, supporting rescue groups, supporting the community, throwing Dog Fest, doing a show called What's Barking Local that spotlights rescue groups across the Commonwealth. Patty Boden is giving back to the community. Support the business, Animal Connection, and McIntyre Plaza. What's Barking Local, Wednesdays at 3 o'clock on the I Love CVille Network. We'll take this show, we'll syndicate it for 30 days across the I Love CVille Network, 17 Facebook pages, 17 Twitter accounts, an e-newsletter that goes out to 108,000 inboxes every morning at 11 a.m., and of course on I Love CVille and on animalconnectionva.com. She's got a podcast too.
And just wait until January.
Wait until January.
Oh, boy.
We'll leave it at that.
We're going to
Wait
tease that
until
out
January.
right now.
Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and be good to your animals, guys. Take care.
Exactly.
Good work.
Yay.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Jackie, 34 minutes. Nicely done.
Good stuff.
Good work. Great work. You're going to take the hero photo?
That's right.
Here's your